Deputy Chief Justice Zondo will apply for another extension for his commission, which is currently due to be concluded in March next year. The state capture inquiry has cost about 700 million rands.
We are going to apply to the High Court for the extension of the lifespan of the commission from the end of March to the end of June. Exactly 3 months. So all we want is just to regain the 3 months that we lost as a result of the national lockdown. We think that that will be enough. And we think that had there not been a national lockdown, we would have completed oral evidence by this time. And we would be going into the new year with simply the preparation of the report.
Well, Zondo has explained the need for former President Jacob Zuma to appear before the commission. He says the fact that Zuma was implicated by several witnesses compels him to give evidence. Zuma has been avoiding to give evidence at the commission, accusing the Deputy Chief Justice of biasness.
He has indicated that he is not keen to be heard because he doesn't believe that there are any witnesses who have implicated him. Insofar as the right to be heard is concerned, it's fine if he takes that attitude. But why we need him is more because the commission needs to put questions to him on various issues arising out of evidence that has been given by various witnesses. If we didn't have questions for him and he didn't want to be heard, we may have left him alone. But the position is that there are witnesses who have given evidence that raise certain questions, and the commission wishes to put those questions to him. And as to what his role may have been in various things and in regard to various transactions and matters. So that is quite important because he was the president of the country during most of the time when a lot of things that the commission is investigating are alleged to have happened. And there are witnesses who allege that he played a certain role or certain roles in regard to certain matters. Now, it may be that if he indeed did play the roles that those witnesses say he played, it may be that he may be said to have abused his powers as president, but it's important that he be questioned with regard to those matters.
All right, our reporter Tumaole Mohlaoli is standing by. He's been following these proceedings for months now. Tumaole, wow, an interesting press briefing there by the Deputy Chief Justice. Just unpack some of the things that he said in terms of why he needs this extension from March to June 2021.
Well, Nati, it's not much of a surprise, actually, despite the fact that Deputy Chief Justice has, on numerous occasions, stated that the Commission of Inquiry is conscious of the fact that it costs so much and the country is faced with the scourge of COVID-19 and trying to respond to that. But in terms of the extensions, he also has spoken on numerous occasions about the need for the Commission of Inquiry to explore the evidence to the fullest of its ability, so that when the final report is drafted, then it would have done extensive investigations and deploy a complete and finalized report on the state capture.
And some of the things that also came out of that briefing, obviously the cost, Tumaole, just take us through and unpack just how much this commission has spent to date, and what are we possibly looking at, when these couple of months are added onto the work that the commission needs to do?
Well, Onati, the bulk of the costs would stem from the evidence leaders and from the investigators of the Commission of Inquiry. We know that, of course, the evidence leaders are senior counsel, experienced advocates, but Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo also made a point to say that despite their caliber when it comes to the industry of the legal profession, they have also taken cuts and tightened their belts in a sign of being true patriots and wanting the Commission of Inquiry to complete its work. So we're looking at this stage, some estimates put it at above 70 million, some over 100 million rand. And that's quite a hefty purse when you look at the work that's been done. And when you look at how much still has to be done, one can only, guess what the final price will be.
I mean, Tumaole, you've been following this commission for quite some time now. The significance of President Cyril Ramaphosa now going to testify and present himself at the commission in March. How important is this move by the president and, more importantly, by the commission itself?
Well, this certainly suggests that the Commission of Inquiry is very serious in interrogating everyone who might have been around, might have been involved, or might have been implicated in state capture or allegations of state capture. We know that many questions have been raised by some witnesses, by some commentators, some observers, and some critics that the president of the country, Cyril Ramaphosa, was the then deputy president of the ruling party, the ANC, as well as the deputy president of the country. So there are many questions as to what did he do? What did he know? And what did he not do on the other side of the coin? So he would certainly have a lot to answer to in terms of his role or lack thereof in the state capture narrative.